So to the final ties of the day in each of the pools. Fiji, well, they've looked imperious, scoring a total of 81 points without anyone crossing their line. There's their lineup, the new big figures of Raunge, Nava, Nanuku, Nalanga. Impressive all-round skills. And I would think tonight, even allowing for, well, the mayhem that the wind can cause, it would be too strong for an Australian side which was brought together very much under difficulties for Glenn Ella, with a lot of his top squad dropping out because of arguments over increased remuneration. So it's very much a team that's been pulled together, and they've accredited themselves pretty well, really, but did go down to Portugal, and that's the key, because it's a win or nothing here for Australia if they are to displace Portugal as runners-up in the pool and therefore into the Cup quarter-finals. Well, it's a strong breeze that affects the players on the pitch now, but the crowd here to the last. And these, of course, the key games to see who goes to the top of the pool in each of the four. And here they come. But Fiji have scarce put a foot wrong so far. And the last man out, that familiar number 6 shirt of Waisale Tiko Solomoni Serevi. Lots of Fijian support, as there always is around the world. Perhaps the greatest entertainers, the people who have dethroned New Zealand as the overall champions, and of course in Hong Kong 2005 became once again the world champions of sevens. But Australia, don't count them out. A very good new referee from Japan, their only full-time professional in Asia, Taizo Hirabayashi, who impressed especially in the World Under-21 tournament in Clermont-Ferrand. And, well, it's a very strong wind into which Australia will kick. Hello. These young Wallabies, of whom all bar one are new to the IRB sevens. And just look what the wind does to the start-off kick.
Mom, can you hear me?
Blowing it right back to not reach the 10-yard line, or even 10-meter line. So it's a free ball for Fiji, and away via Nava. And the midfield, well, careless play, unlike Fiji, but bear in mind this wind really is gusting strongly. Powerful figures up front. There's the massive frame of Senerusi Raunge. Bruce, they call him, a huge man. Utility forward who's playing only his 4th tournament. But here come Australia. Possession from the scrum. Very workmanlike Jim Cornforth. But still, the pressure's on. The all-in defence closing down Australia. They're back in their own 22. Have possession. Cleverly floated. That was by Nathan Trist. Atkinson at the base. The one man of any IRB sevens experience. This is 12th tournament, captain, unsurprisingly, at this side. Here he is, 29-year-old from Sydney. Cornforth. Well, maybe taking them head on can pay dividends. Oh, some lovely running. And good hands as well. That was good build-up by Dillon. And Fiji, well, looking a little fragile at the moment in defence. They were looking for the quick offload. And it's a penalty to Australia. Quickly taken. Oh, referee Hirabayashi says, hang on a moment. Let's go back to 10 meters. And he's also going to have a word with Nalanga, Nai Poliono, Wanawali. The tap penalty. Fiji come up line abreast. And a bit slow to distribute there. Rasmus unable to claim it. Chasing back is Nathan Trist. Quickly up on his feet though, and away. Nice one-hander, needs a quick feed, but Dillon does get it away well. This is Atkinson, the playmaker, the regular Wallabies squad, but it's come out and back in the hands of the South Sea Islanders, the magicians, but big and strong. At that time, Nankalavuki with no way through. Advantage played. Good defence by Australia here. Niwa. And advantage being played for an earlier knock-on. Australia have held Fiji so far, 0-0. All or nothing for the Wallabies here. And worries here for Jim Cornforth of the Canberra Vikings. You can hardly say he's one of the new men. They all are, except for Atkinson. Extraordinary tale, really, this man. His father went through a Japanese prisoner of war camp, and following that, won international honours with the Wallabies. And this 22-year-old, following his father's example, part of the Brumbies Academy. Atkinson under pressure, but still with what was needed. The ball in hand with Dillon. Now with Trist. Looking for the quick offload. Loose ball, danger time for Australia. Rasmus to the rescue. A knock on though. And Fiji. Well, all credit to Australia. A makeshift outfit who are really digging in, giving everything in this playoff in Pool A, having lost that famous victory for Portugal at the start of the day, then came back to beat Kenya convincingly, but they have to do something special here. But it looks as though the special bit is going to be Nanuku. And Naomi Nanuku, as we've seen so often, electrifying pace, light on his feet, and such a beautifully balanced runner. Well over the half century now, his first try of this year's Dubai tournament. It's where it all started for him 2 years ago, and he's been a joy to watch ever since. Didn't need the support of Nabuliwampa. Super try to break the stalemate, and Fiji with the conversion. Go to 7-0. Minute and a half to play. Australia, I have to say, have done remarkably well to keep Fiji at bay for so long against with so little preparation. One of the team, one of the squad was shearing sheep and got a totally surprise call-up. That was James Campbell in this Australia squad, with no idea that what he was in for, and the excitement of it, of course, was enormous. But he was out in the fields when the call came from Glenn Allen saying, look, we're having to regroup the whole of our squad. You're in. You're coming to Dubai and George. So it's been a tremendous effort here against the world champions. Only one try converted behind the IRB sevens, reigning overall champions and world champions. And again the turnover. Great work by the players up front. Now, brave attempt to think of the run outside, but that's good offload from Nathan Trist. Trist on with Dillon. Dillon back to Trist. Can they keep the 1-2 going? Knock forward advantage Fiji. And that's danger. They love it. The counter-attack from broken play. Terrific tackle on Vonawali. Nalanga. Clever ball, the chip ahead. Cummins, can he control it? This for the score. He's done it. Tremendous effort, no less than they've deserved on the stroke of half-time. And into the teeth of the gale, which it now is. And what delight. Dick Cummins scored 2 tries against Kenya earlier on, and that was beautifully judged. Lovely weighted kick. Then it was a straight foot race. And the big dive. Excellent score. So, 7 points to 5. Yeah, he deserved one, didn't he? And great support from the crowd here. And here, Dylan. Oh, it's so close, just shaved the outside of the left-hand upright. 7-5 then at the half-time, and a tremendous effort this by Australia, who really have stepped up to the plate and holding Fiji to just a 2-point margin at half-time.
More than half that half, and guess what? They're starting to get a bit frustrated. They'll start coming over with some heavy shots now. That's fine. Just keep our composure, okay? Support the break, mate. Cut the brakes. We need more support there. I know it's hard. You're going backwards, and then you have to get off your line and go forward. It's that urgency to the break that's going to make the difference in this game. Okay.
Coach Glenella.
You need to go forward, okay?
Former Wallaby in 15s and regular 70s.
Let's be patient.
By Salis already. 38 now. First Big Sevens tournament, Hong Kong, 1989.
Okay? Sit down.
Into the teeth of the wind. The ball hangs and hangs, but crosses the 10 line, but great pickup. And Australia inspired at the moment as Rasmus goes on the burst. Fiji looking fragile in defence. Atkinson has it. Oh, the big hit coming in from Thakau. And the battle for possession, that's such a key part. Penalty to Australia. Off goes Atkinson. And they're going to be hauled back. That's a little bit cruel for Australia, but the referee was still talking to players of both sides and wanted to give a warning for playing the ball on the ground. Penalty it is. 7 points to 5. Fiji really being given a very uncomfortable time. Oh, an adventurous pass didn't quite stay in the hands. Trist just one step behind the pickup. Adventurous and certainly trying everything, Australia here. Side who, well, they've come close enough with the semi-finals and many a cup quarter-final since their last title, which, believe it or not, was back in Brisbane 4 seasons ago. But I haven't seen Fiji quite so perturbed as they appear to be at the moment, making errors and being forced to concede possession again. This time, Nambuliwaka. they score from here? There's young William Ryder waits in the wings. Again, Australia with Carnforth. Desperate defence again. Once more it was Thakau, but there's a man over here and there's a try here to give Australia the lead. Dillon scores it. Delight 2 for Nathan Trist. And this has been a remarkable turnaround. To think they began the day losing to Portugal by 2 points, but they were a new squad and they have blended superbly well. Must give Glenn a tremendous delight. This was great effort here by Carnforth to set up the opportunity. Then the run from Dillon, terrific. 10 points to 7, 4 minutes to play. Corey Niwa adds the conversion points that gale force wind behind him. It's 12 points to 7. Ryder is on. Can he turn the tables? Fiji begin to stretch, and they've got men in support. Well, perhaps overplaying their hand here, but it's a quick cut and thrust of Dranivasa. Dranivasa again offloads. This is going to be under the posts, and reaching to the line is Thakau, needing every ounce of strength, an inch of height. Setefane Thakau, this powerful forward, recalled to the Fijian squad, and relief and delight there in the crowd, and I'm sure for those watching at home, nervous tensions, but momentarily alleviated anyway, as a very casual William Ryder adds the conversion points. Well, this was the key. Dranivasa going one way, then the quick cutback. And as ever, the support play, what a key ingredient that is in successful sevens, and Fiji have learned not to leave it to one man. They go up in support, so it's back to a Fijian lead of 2 points. We've 2 minutes to play. It's not over yet. But Australia have certainly, well, should have immense pride in what they've achieved with a scratch side, in essence. Here's Carnforth. Committed Fiji with Drani in with the tackle. But I think a bit of a shock to the system, whatever the outcome this will have been to Fiji, who hadn't had a try scored against them till now. Kept the ball so well, Australia, under enormous pressure. There's dangerous wide feed in front of the post. It goes loose. It's a knock-on anyway, and a chance for Fiji. Well, that was lucky. It went backwards off Vonowali, but it's an initial knock-on. Fiji scrummage to Australia. We're down to the last minute. Australia just needing a win, just I say, against the world champions to win back that place that looked to be lost to Portugal in the Cup quarterfinals. Goodness, they've given a tremendous effort, and it's not over. Here's a chance, and on the break they go with Dillon again. David Dillon from the Randwick club. They've got lots of men around. Pass didn't go to hand. The pickup keeps possession. Carnforth sets it up again. We're down to the last 15 seconds. It's Fiji's ball, but it's loose, and it could still turn Australia's way. 2 meters out. Can the offload come? Yes, it does. The try for James Louis. What a remarkable turnaround, and Australia at the death. have produced the upset of the day, in essence. Not a full Australia side, a makeshift one, but they can celebrate because that is the last play of the game. And Australia, who would have believed it, have beaten Fiji here against all the odds, against the world champions. And for Portugal, it will be heartbreak. But it's 19 points to 14, and the celebrations of the Australian supporters, they run off the bench to salute these new Wallabies. 12 players in the squad, and only one had played IRB sevens before. So Glenella, what a triumph for him, as he's surrounded by his makeshift squad. They have done what many would have believed, the impossible. Oh yes, well deserved, and a magnificent performance by the extreme underdogs here, which has pulled something out of the fire, and victory over Fiji at the death. 19 points to 14. Just doing the mathematics of it, we make it that that Australia will, in fact, as a result of that, no, they can't. It's going to be Australia through anyway to the Cup quarterfinals with Fiji, who have built up such a big points margin in their favour. 2 wins apiece. Let's go down to, I'm sure, a very delighted and worthy coach in Glenella of Australia.
Glenn, you must be delighted. It started rough against Portugal, but to beat Fiji.
That's unbelievable. I don't think we've beaten Fiji for many, many years now. You know, it's unfortunate we were very rusty in that first game with, 11 guys who haven't played on the series, and I think just got overawed by the atmosphere, and, we couldn't win it.
So what was the message leading into the third game?
Well, just keep it simple. If we hold the ball for long periods of time and recycle it, we'll frustrate the Fijians. But it's sort of a bit of a dream come true, winning in the end.
So this must make it difficult once the regular players do come back, if these guys perform as they have.
Well, you've got to pick them on form, and, it's one game. We just got to play well tomorrow and just keep on winning.
All right, good luck, thanks.
Thank you very much.